Yeah. Yeah, you're reading it right. You're reading it right. A J6'er, my man's, is running for Congress. Do you hear me? East Texas. You have somebody running for Congress that was pardoned by Donald J. Trump. Now, you're probably like, okay, if you're not a fan of the J6'ers, you're like, whatever. But take J6 out the equation and get to know the man, because the man that's running is somebody I feel that everybody needs to know. Without further ado, I'm going to share with you what he just put out on social media. And then I'm going to give you my take, because a lot of you know I was incarcerated as well for January 6th. And I lived with this man for almost 2 years, a year and a half, a little over a year and a half. So I'm going to give you eyewitness testimony about this dude. I'm going to give you unfiltered truth. Okay. But without further ado, let's hear what he has to say.
Good afternoon, East Texas. My name is Ryan Nichols, and I stand before you today as a man who has walked the same back roads you have. From the piney woods of Nacogdoches to the oil fields of Kilgore, from the farms of Rusk to the streets of Tyler and Longview. I am one of you, a business owner, a father, a husband, a United States Marine Corps veteran, and a search and rescue specialist who has risked my life time and time again to save our citizens. Today, I am proud to announce my candidacy for the United States House of Representatives in Texas, District 1. I am running for Congress. I'm here because I am ready to fight for you, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and everyone in between. I know what it feels like to have the full weight of the United States government on top of you. As a pardoned January 6th defendant, I have faced that burden, and I can only imagine how the people of East Texas feel when Washington ignores us. But I am not here for myself. I'm here to serve you, selflessly, courageously, and with the same grit that defines this great region. I am 100% for securing the border, ensuring our communities are safe from drugs and crime, and protecting our nation's sovereignty so that East Texas families can thrive without fear. East Texas needs a leader who understands our way of life. I am pro healthcare, and I will work tirelessly to bring more healthcare providers to our rural communities and increase workplaces for healthcare workers and create jobs that keep our families healthy. I am pro agriculture, committed to supporting our farmers and the entire agriculture industry, because when our farms thrive, East Texas thrives. I am pro oil field and gas, standing firm with the cry of drill, baby, drill.
Pause. For those of you who don't know, the lady standing next to him, also who just commented right now that I just threw up, is his lovely wife, Bonnie Nichols, who wrote it out with my man through the whole sentence. Okay. So she's amazing. Shout out to her. If you guys aren't following her on Facebook, you need to be. She has a lot of opportunities for people who are business owners. I'm just throwing that out there just for the record. Go follow Bonnie Nichols, and also go follow Ryan Nichols. And do me a favor, hit that like button right now. All right. We're going to keep it going, but hit that like button. Now hit the share button as well and share this thing out, because this should be all over the news. All right. Put this thing out there in the airwaves for me one time. I greatly appreciate it if you'll do that for me. Let's get back to it.
We will keep the pipelines open, support our oil field workers, and bolster the industries that power our natural energy and future. I am pro-manufacturing, and I will fight to bring companies like U.S. Steel back to places like Lone Star, reopening and establishing new manufacturing hubs right here in East Texas. One of the biggest issues facing East Texas right now is the proposed sale of water from Lake of the Pines and Caddo Lake to Dallas. The people of East Texas overwhelmingly oppose this sale, as it threatens our way of life, from our recreation to our livelihoods. As someone who grew up on both lakes, depending on them for survival, I know their value to our communities, our heritage, and our future. I will do everything in my power to stop this sale and work to broker a deal that allows everyone to win without touching our water, ensuring East Texas remains the vibrant heart of our region. As a Marine Corps veteran, I am deeply committed to supporting our veterans, especially their mental health, both while they are serving and after they return home.
That's right.
I understand the struggles veterans face, from the scars of battle to the challenges of transitioning back to civilian life. And I will fight to fix these issues for all veterans, ensuring they get the care, support, and respect they deserve. As a search and rescue specialist, I have worked alongside first responders for years, putting my life on the line to protect our communities. I am pro first responders, and I will always have their backs because they have always had ours. I know some may question my past, but let me be clear. My heart has always been with those who serve, and I am here to prove that through action. I understand the struggles of East Texans because I have lived them. I have driven these back roads, faced these same challenges, and shared the same dreams. I have risked my life for the citizens of this country, and I prepare to do it again in Congress. Jesus said in Matthew 19:21, if you would be perfect, go sell what you possess and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me. I am answering this call with my whole heart as I run for Congress in District 1. I am in the process of selling my entire stake in my company, using those funds to support my family for the next few years, trusting in God to provide for my needs as I dedicate myself to serving yours. As a business owner, I am pro-retail, and I will fight to protect our retail workers and businesses in East Texas, the backbone of our region, our nation, and the world through e-commerce. With the faith as my guide, I am ready to follow this path and lead the way for a stronger, more prosperous East Texas and United States of America. I am Trump aligned, and I will do what is required to secure an endorsement from President Trump, because I believe in his vision for America, a vision that puts our people first, Americans first. I am here to help everyone, to lift East Texas up and to fight for the values that make us strong. Together, we are going to make East Texas great again. We're going to make America great again.
Let's go.
Thank you. God bless East Texas, and God bless the people of the United States of America.
Let's go. That's not all. We're going to keep going because they ask him some questions, and I'm going to be real with you. All right. I'm going to critique as well as give my honest opinion, and I'm going to give you my hopes and wishes moving forward for my bro. All right. Now, before we keep going with this, I want you guys to understand something. This brother became one of my closest friends while I was locked up. I know him personally, literally. We know a lot about each other. Like, we had nothing but time and just sit and chop it up and talk about life, our kids, our family, what we want to do when we get out, how our life was before, everything. This is one of the most caring, I'll say, big-hearted. He's got a big heart for people. And the proof of that is in his, not just his service to the country as a United States Marine, but in his service to his community by running into natural disasters, which I'm going to show you those videos as well. And the brother cares. He cares. And you're going to hear that right now when he keeps going. Listen to what he says when they ask him these questions. The brother, hey, I got to give it up to him. I'm proud of you, bro. If you're watching this right now, just know I'm proud of you, man, because you're sticking to what you said you was going to do while you was locked up. Very proud of you.
About the country right now, going through the tariffs. Do you see the tariffs as a necessary thing that we're having right now, or is it something like we could continue with and scale back on the tariffs?
Yes, sir. I'm glad that you asked that question. So I was thinking about that this morning. Right now, my portfolios are currently down. My business is currently suffering as well. But I understand sometimes you have to go through the storm in order to get out of the storm. And so these tariffs, this is a problem that's been happening for decades. This is the world that's been taking advantage of the United States for decades. And so this is us getting back ahead or getting on top and evening the playing field. It's going to hurt before it gets better, but I trust President Trump. I trust the leaders he has around them, and I'm going to stand by this.
You mentioned a little bit about your past and some of the people that might question your past, because a lot of people found out who you were on January 6th. Can you tell us a little bit about what you went through after that, through that process, and then a little bit about yourself so that people can kind of get to know you a little bit after what happened on January 6th?
Absolutely. And I thank you for asking that question and giving me a chance to answer that. For over 4 years, I've been waiting to get out there and share my side of the story and also share who I am. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a search and rescue specialist, I'm a business owner, I'm a patriotic American, and I just want to help people here in America. I chase tornadoes and hurricanes here in the United States. I do everything that I can to help the community. I hire people. I give people second chances coming out of prison and jail. I love taking care of my family. I have my mother-in-law is my oldest employee in my company. So I take care of family first. I take care of community. I'm all about God. And January 6th was...
Gotta be careful with that one. Gotta be careful with that one.
That a lot happened on, and I have a lot to say about that in the future. I'm actually writing a book about that right now. I'm doing a short documentary series and explaining, because I could tell you in 10 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, but that doesn't do justice of what actually happened in that jail and over those last 4 years to my family, the families of others, to myself and those guys inside of there. So, and our country. Yes. And so there's part of me.
Behind every good man is a good woman. Did you see that? First off, I noticed a couple things. Bonnie, I got to give you your props right now, give you your flowers, because I noticed when the people started playing the real loud music, trying to disrupt my bro from talking, you put your hand on his back like, you got this. Comforting. Don't trip on that. Keep focused. That was great. Number two, you got his back right now and reminding him of what he already knows, but I'm sure he was nervous because, you know, Ryan had PTSD, man. He did, and he managed through that stuff and kept his head level in a lot of chaotic situations. So, man, I'm proud of you, bro. Just to see you up here right now, the way that you're speaking, I could see the nerves. I could see the nerves. I could see, I know you, you know, so I've seen the nerves, but you're handling it well, dog. You're doing your thing. So shout out to you, Ryan. Shout out.
That I hate what happened, and there's part of me where I appreciate going through the process. But solitary confinement and torture and abuse from this United States government taught me things that sitting here on my couch could have never taught me.
Relate.
And so because of this is why I plan on standing up for East Texas, and why standing up for Americans is important to me now.
So just to be clear, because of what you went through, that did help you make a decision on what you decided to do today to make your
Absolutely, 100%.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nichols, one thing that you might want to address, do you feel like you're going to have any kind of trouble making friends in Congress with people who were there on January the 6th?
That's a great question right there. So I do feel like there are going to be people that are upset about that. I do think it's a chance to have conversations, cross the aisle, shake hands, hear what they have to say, because and like I said at sentencing, you can go back and look at the transcripts. I apologize to the judge that day.
Yes,
I apologize to the officers that were there that day. I apologize to the members of Congress and to the people of Washington, D.C., because ultimately they didn't ask for all that to happen. And so I do want to sit down and talk with members of Congress. If they want to be my friend, we can be friends and work together. But ultimately, my friends are here in East Texas, and I plan on supporting and representing the people here in East Texas.
Mic drop, dog. Hold on. Did y'all hear that? That's, you know what? Yo, mic drop. That's what all you politicians should be saying. Just like that. This ain't about being friends. I would like to be friends. We could be friends. That would be great. But ultimately, my loyalty, my allegiance, everything that I care about is right here in my constituents. That's who I'm going to listen to. That's what I care about. That was brilliant, dog. I got chills. I got chills, bro. Man, Nichols for Congress, baby. Nichols for Congress. Let's go.
Do you regret your actions at the Capitol that day?
Do you regret your actions at the Capitol that day? Let me answer. No, I don't regret my actions at the Capitol that day. Not at all. That's my answer. Let's see what Ryan says.
Regret what happened that day, as far as people getting hurt. I regret that innocent lives were taken that day. There were 4 people that died that day.
Yeah.
And so we always think about the one that died, but there were 4 people that died, but there was a lot of people that were given trauma that day. I regret the trauma that was passed down from myself and others onto other people. I regret not going a different route, maybe using my words and not using my actions. Violence has no place in the political spectrum. We have to use peace. We have to be peaceful. We have to go rewrite the laws. We have to use our voice and stand in front of the podiums and go vote at the box.
That's real.
And I'm prepared to do that. If I lose, I'll go ahead and say this up front so we don't have to talk about it anymore. If I lose, I am prepared to concede, but I'm not going to lose. I plan on representing these people here in East Texas and winning. But I am prepared to agree with the results of the election here in East Texas.
Good job, dog.
National.
Good job. Hold on. Wait a minute. I agree with him. Everything he said that he regrets about January 6th, I regret that about January 6th. But do I regret me going to January 6th? Not at all. Not at all. You answered that beautifully, dog. Beautifully. You said what was real. It's regretful what happened that day to the people. I regret the trauma passed on to the police. I regret the trauma passed on to the people. You did that. That was great. And you could tell, see, I know you. I know that right now you speaking straight off the cuff, bro. You speaking what's really in you right now. I already know that because I know you. And that's beautiful that was your response from the heart. That was real. Good job again, Ryan Nichols. Let me check out some of these comments real quick over here on Instagram. You're not whining, then you don't have money in the market. Most likely broke. Well, Mitch, let me tell you something about my man Ryan. He is a multimillionaire. If you don't believe me, look him up. All right. He's a business owner and he's doing a really good job of running his business. But, everybody's business is hurting right now. Obviously, we know that. I mean, but hey, bro, you don't be negative. Don't be negative, brother. Mitch, stop it. Mitch is my liberal friend on Instagram. I love him to death, but the brother, he's got Trump derangement syndrome. Over here, I would tell my friends and family in that area about him and encourage that vote. Please do. Everybody do that. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? I see you guys. I would too if I was a Texas resident. That's what I want to hear, y'all. Even if you're not a Texas resident, do me a favor and share this thing out so people can see this and see him and get to know him. And then they're going to hear my testimony about him. Once this is all done, let's keep it going. Particular issues
that you feel like Congressman Moran has not performed well on.
I've talked to some of the constituents here in East Texas, and I feel that he hasn't performed on the lake issue. A lot of people that I'm talking to right now are saying, where is he? Where is Congressman Moran? We haven't seen him at all. And so they've seen his aides that have come out there to help, but they haven't seen him, and he hasn't publicly come out and said anything from what I know. Now, if he has, I'd like to hear that, but I haven't seen him come out publicly and say anything about what he feels on the sale of the water to Dallas, and I'd like to know how he feels on that. East Texans would like to know how he feels.
Now, Mr. Nichols, you said you are a President Trump supporter. Is there any time that if you're elected, if he does something you don't agree with, you would say, hey, I don't agree with this, maybe we should go this route instead of this route?
If he does something that I don't agree with, I would probably, want to go speak with people that I have around me and say, hey, what do y'all think about this?
Seek counsel.
What do y'all think about this? And I would like to get counsel from around me. But I would also like to go to the people of East Texas. This is where I'm going to be conducting polls. I'm going to be conducting my own voting system here through blockchain voting. I can't wait to talk about that, and we'll talk about that later. But I am going to do what the will of the people here in East Texas want. If the will of the people wants to vote yes in favor of President Trump or likes what he's doing, that's what we're going to do. If the will of the people says no, we don't agree with that, that's what we're going to do.
Do y'all hear that? This is, people in Congress, are you taking notes? Did you hear what he said? I'm going to do what the will of the people is, what the will of the people want me to do. Whether or not I disagree with what Trump does is irrelevant if I'm a congressman, because I got to listen to what my people want. It's not my will over theirs. No, I'm here to do their will. He understands that concept. You know why he understands that concept? Because he understood that concept before January 6th, which is why we all showed up. So good job, Ryan, bro. You're doing great. Listening to the people. That's what it's about. This isn't about going in there and increasing your wealth and becoming some person that just says, yes, I'll sign off on that. We agree with that right there because it's going to make us rich. No. What does my people want? What's the best for my people? That's what he's about. That's what he's about. He was like that when we was locked up, when we was in prison. We all was like that. We like, no, we're going to stand together on this issue, right? Yeah. We're going to stand together. Nobody go to your cell. We all sitting. We're doing a sit-in. We're going to stage a sit-in right now. We want to talk to the warden. See, he's about that. This is who he is. He's a good dude. I'm loving it. I'm loving this. I'm loving hearing future Congressman Ryan speak right now. I hope you guys are too. If you're loving hearing future Congressman Ryan speak, go ahead and hit that like button. Maybe give it a share.
Also, you talked about the border being one of our main concerns under President Trump's tenure so far. He's doing a mass deportation. And do you think the mass deportation? Do you think some people should have hearings about their status? Because there's been incidents not too long ago where a person was accidentally, who's a citizen, was thrown out of the country and deported, but he's now a citizen having trouble getting back in the country.
That's a great question right there. And so I do agree with you on that. So I'm all for President Trump and the mass deportations. These people, a lot of them that came in shouldn't have been here anyways. There are some very bad people coming in all over the world. And this is not just people coming from Mexico or South America. These are Middle Easterns, Chinese nationals. These are people coming over that shouldn't be here. So there are people that shouldn't be in America. However, there are cases like you just said where a hearing is deserved. Due process is deserved. I met a gentleman that I was in prison with in the Bureau of Prisons in Philadelphia, and he was going through the same scenario where he had been here in the United States for 10 years and had never gotten any trouble, got a DWI, and was in the process of being deported. He owned a business and had a wife and had kids, and hadn't been in any trouble before. Now he gets picked up 10 years later and is headed out of the country. I do believe there should be a hearing and some type of due process for that man, because he has paid taxes here in America. He has put into the system, and I think he deserves a fair chance and to be released back into the country just like any other American citizen that was paying taxes, and say, hey, you follow our laws, you don't get in any more trouble, there's no more issues, but if you do get in trouble, these are the consequences for it, just like I had to do.
Facts, bro. Well said. Well said. Just like I had to deal with. Exactly. It's laws. There's laws that shouldn't be violated. So now bad laws are bad laws, right? But laws are laws at the same time. And what he said, look, I had to go through it. And that's exactly what these people got to go through it. They got to go through it. It's a process. But I like how he said people should have due process, no matter where they're from. You should get due process. Now that I agree with that as well. But this is really amazing for me to hear this right now, because like I told, for all you guys that just came in, we just had a big jump in viewership, which is great. Thank you guys for sharing this thing out. I was locked up with Ryan, man. We was DC DOC every day, kicking it, chopping it up. We're a part of the OG, the original, January 6th DC DOC inmates. All right, there's a lot of January 6ers, and shout out to all my bros, but we were the original. Me, him, Shane, Kelly Meggs, Kenny Harrison, Jess Watkins, Tim Hale, Mike Curzio, Scott Fairlamb, all of us, Doodoo. We was all, every single one of us, bro. We was all the original. And I got to know this brother on a whole different level, man. He's a solid dude, bro. So see this right now, y'all don't even understand. He talked about wanting to make change. Matter of fact, let me stop. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to get into that after this is done. We're almost finished with it. And I'm going to tell you guys a whole bunch of truth.
Comment just a minute ago about the whole Nathaniel Moran, and if he were to beat you in a vote, you would accept the results. Do you feel like you accept the results of the 2020 election even today after everything that you went through?
So the results of the 2020 election, that's a big one. Well, I know y'all are trying to get some talking points on it right now and have people talking. But look, I felt something was off about the 2020 election. When I look at the numbers from the last 4 elections, there's obviously number discrepancies in the 2020 election.
Facts.
Okay, there are experts, mathematical experts, that have come out and said that some of the things that happened in the 2020 election are mathematically impossible. I'm going to stand by mathematicians instead of people that are just online talking. So after I've come out, especially saw the results of the 2024 election, and I saw those numbers go right back down to pre-COVID levels, I said something's wrong here, something's not right, and it needs to be looked into. I still believe the election was stolen, yes.
And you talked about like what you bring to the table for the people that would vote for you. Can you kind of comment on how you would be different than what we're seeing with Representative Moran?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I served my country in the United States Marine Corps. Okay, I raised my right hand and I took an oath to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I still plan on doing that now. That's a lifetime appointment. Okay, so I've been out on the ground. I have saved lives. I've pulled people out of the water during hurricane search and rescue. I have, gone to tornado search and rescues when houses have fallen on people. I've been in Panama City with my dad right here after hurricane, which hurricane was that?
Michael.
Hurricane Michael destroyed that entire city. So I'm here to be boots on the ground and see the community and walk around and actually talk to folks. And you're not going to get a ghost of a representative here. You're going to get somebody that shows up day in and day out here in District 1.
I like this.
As you spoke earlier, how the East Texas economy is, how for instance, Lone Star Steel, how it's been shut down. Now there's tariffs on steel. How important it would be for a company such as Lone Star Steel to open back up. And plus, right now with the oil field being kind of slow, especially here in East Texas, how important it would be to jumpstart the oil field again and also get the steel economy here in East Texas going.
100%. I'm glad you asked. You're asking great questions. Okay, so I went up to U.S. Steel the other day, the plant, and actually did a video. I'm going to release that on my social media later today or tomorrow. U.S. Steel started its decline back at, I think, 2016, 2018, and then in 2020 during COVID, they laid off hundreds of people and never opened back up. Now, I see a plant like that, and I see opportunity. Okay, there are people in East Texas right here locally that are hurting, that need jobs, that need money. Okay, it's going to be up to people like myself. We're going to broker deals, and we're going to bring businesses back into East Texas. As a business owner myself, me and my wife right here, we understand the importance of businesses in the community, making sure people have jobs, because that bolsters and boosts the entire economy of America. So yes,
I don't normally do this for free, but I'm going to do it because, Ryan, you my bro. Y'all go check out Wholesale Universe. That's his company. So for Mitch, who was over there saying he don't believe he's a millionaire, just go look up Wholesale Universe, dog. Everybody, especially if you're a business owner, go look it up. Or you're a store owner, go look it up. He might have something for you. Tell him I sent you and give me a cut.
of the utmost importance to bring steel manufacturing and plants like you have there in Lone Star back here to East Texas. I don't care if we have to figure out a way to do it ourselves and bring the business back here. It's got to be done. If not me, then who? If not now, then when? We're going to do this.
What level of government intervention, be it through tax abatements or other kinds of incentives, do you feel like would be appropriate to lure an industry like Lone Star Steel, U.S. Steel back to Lone Star?
So when you start getting into questions like that, this is where I'm going to have to go find these experts and the team members. I know that I want to do something and I'm willing to be the face of it, but I'm also I'm seeking counsel. I'm not too high in power or of authority to say like, hey, I know it all. I don't. I have to go find a team and put that team together and say like, hey, you're the expert in this field. Give me some good advice and put together a plan. And be transparent about that as well. I think that you can't just put together a plan as a politician and enact that. We also need to take that to the people. So when we get the plan together, being transparent, holding town halls, holding meetings, holding blockchain voting, and seeing what the will of the people is around here.
There it is.
East Texas is about as red as that wall behind you, but how do you represent people who are a little blue?
Oh, I listen to them. Okay, I do something that I've had a hard time doing my entire life, and I listen. Okay, I'm not too, I am just like you. I'm just like everybody else here in East Texas. I am a red-blooded American. I mess up. I do things wrong every single day. Like I'm normal, just like you. And so I have to go out and find other people as well that know these things, that want to help East Texas. And somebody that's not going to disappear on us and never show up and taking a paycheck and running off. Because I haven't seen my representation here in East Texas. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Congressman Louis Gohmert, he was there. He came to the jail. He came to the DC jail. He came to see me. He took care of me. If Congressman Gohmert were still running, I would never be running right now because he took care of me. But because I'm not getting taken care of by my current administration and current representation here in East Texas, I am running. Okay, so I do want to say thank you to Congressman Louis Gohmert. Thank you for everything you did. Because of your actions, you helped me see a vision and inspire me, yes, to move into this.
Louis Gohmert showed up with Marjorie Taylor Greene to come through and do a walkthrough when we were locked up in DC DOC and they was treating us badly. Yeah, they came in there to make sure that they was held accountable and said, look, you're not going to be treating them any kind of way. Shout out to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Shout out to Louis Gohmert. I appreciate you guys for that. And you inspired this brother. You see what he just said. Louis Gohmert out of Texas, man. A fantastic dude. Fantastic dude. And I appreciate you for this inspiration that you put in this brother, because I'm guaranteeing you he will be a fantastic congressman.
One thing you discussed is representing all East Texas. How important would it be for you to be bipartisan, where sometimes, even though Republicans may want this, the Democrats may have a better idea, going over and say, hey, their idea is better, I'm going to vote with them on this because their idea is better.
So we see what President Trump did with RFK and with Tulsi Gabbard. He reached across the aisle, okay, and he said, how can we work together to solve these issues? I'm going to take a winning play out of the winning playbook, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not too good to sit there and say like, hey, I'm not going to work with Democrats. That'd be crazy, okay? Because they are constituents, absolutely, sweetheart. We all have to work together, and they are constituents in this District 1, just like everybody else. Their needs have to be met as well. As long as it fits with the agenda and the will of the people, I want to make, like I said in my speech, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and everyone in between.
the East Texas area in general, how do you feel that you being in Congress, you can help jumpstart the East Texas economy to where at parts it's being slow, to how you can help it pick up and get East Texas back to its original self?
Absolutely, great question. So I think one of the ways that I'm going to be able to do that is by bringing local and national attention. One thing that I'm good at is bringing attention, as we are all here today. I plan on doing the same thing with the issues that are happening here in East Texas with the economy, workers, agriculture, healthcare, oil and gas industry. All across the board, I am going to bring light to that. Nobody's doing that right now. And I'm not here to bash Congressman Moran. He is working in his own way. What I'm saying is I see a way to do it better, and I plan on doing that. And I'm going to bring light to every issue, just like we're doing now. I plan on reaching out to the media and extending a hand and working together with you to help bring all the issues out here in East Texas.
That was brilliant.
About the East Texas area, it has their grid, their power lines, their power plants, and their coal mining industry. How do you see you helping to increase and improve that area with so many coal mine plants shutting down?
So when it comes to like the power grid, I've heard there's a lot of people that are upset like about power grid stuff. I guess back in 2021, was it in February, there was a big ice storm here. I was currently incarcerated at that time, but I was still inside, looked outside, saw all the ice, was on the phone with her. She's like, it's crazy. I know people feel a certain type of way about the power grid. What I can tell you is I'm not educated enough on that specific subject to give you an educated answer. So what I'd like to do is get counsel around me that knows about the power grid and can inform me about these issues, and then come back at a later time and answer this question for you.
Do you still feel that mining such as coal, that's still a vital part of the East Texas area?
Absolutely. Okay, anything, coal mining, steel manufacturing, agriculture, everything that's a job that brings energy or resources here to East Texas is important to me.
There you go, question. Dog.
I'm good. If you had to sell yourself to the voters in a sentence or two, what would you say? I mean, just a message to the voters.
I'm here to serve. I'm here to protect. I'm here to help. I want to know the issues in East Texas, and I plan on voting with the will of the people. What the will of the people here in District 1 in Texas want is what's going to be voted on in Washington, D.C., and you can hold me to that.
Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
Ryan, good job, dog. I got chills. I want to do the will of the people. I want to do the will of the people. And you know what? Hey, you're asking me these questions? Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have an answer that I can give you right now because I'm not educated on that enough. But what I will do is seek counsel. Do you know that's the making of a great leader? Is somebody that is willing to seek counsel and not pretend like they got all the answers and knows everything, because there's nobody that knows everything. And that's the problem that we have in Congress right now. We got a bunch of know-it-alls. They think they know everything and they don't listen to their people. That's why you have so many people upset in certain districts within our country in these different states, because they're like, my congressperson ain't listening to nothing that I say at all. And then here you got somebody, East Texas, that's saying, listen, I'll listen to you. What do you want done? Not just you Republicans, Democrats. What's the problem that you guys have here? What do you want done? And then listen. And he said, I'll seek counsel. Listen to the counsel. Well, this is what they want. But over here, this isn't even right what they want. This is they're crazy. Are you sure they're crazy? Yeah, we all of us right here, your counsel. And I'm sure when he says he's going to seek counsel, it's not going to be just Republican. My man's right here is going to seek representation for everybody. He's going to have some people that are liberal leaning. He's probably going to have some people that are independent leaning. He's going to have some people that are whatever. And they're all going to look, think tank. That's what he's about. Think tank, bro. That's how he got to where he's at in life. A think tank. And you see, he got his wife, and his wife is sharp. You think he's sharp? Psst. This is the sharp as attack. And I'm telling you, they will be great. They would be great, man. They would be great if they got in there and came together, because it wouldn't just be Ryan. It would be his wife. It would be wise counsel. It would be generally the people of East Texas, because he's going to listen to you and give you a voice and not do what he wants to do. No, he's going to do what you want him to do. And you can hold him to that. You heard what he said. Now, let's get into something. All right, let's get into this real quick. And I'm going to show you this video as well, you guys. I got a video of him running into tornadoes and natural disasters, hurricanes, and rescuing people, putting people on a boat, all types of stuff. That's what he did. And I got to tell you, getting to know this dude when we was locked up, one of my closest friends. That's the God's honest truth, man. We irritated each other for sure, but we also got along probably better than everybody else. Me and him was always chopping it up. We ain't let nothing go bad inside of there. We looked out for each other. You know what I'm saying? We had each other's back in rough times. He's a great friend. All right. So the one thing I just want to throw out there, because you know that's what they're going to say on the other side of things, the radical left will have you believe that this dude is, you know, some type of racist bigot that, you know, wanted to do crazy things at the Capitol. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Like I told you, he's one of my closest friends. All right. The brother got a little swag to him in real life. You know what I'm saying? You catch him out the suit, my man, he's fitted up. You know, he lives like a regular dude. Music category, out of this world. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good father. And his father is actually a pastor. That's another thing. People don't, he didn't touch on that. I wish he would have touched on that his father is actually a pastor. He was raised in the church. This dude he was brought up right. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, we all make mistakes. Not to say that he's perfect in any kind of way. I've made a hell of a lot of mistakes in my life. Y'all know that. He's made mistakes in his life, and he's not too big to admit them. And that's what we need from somebody who's going to take public office. Relate to the people. Let us know, bro, how are you like us? And he'll be an open book with you, and I'm going to let him tell you guys stuff about him that's personal. You know, that's between me and bro. You know, I've told him personal things. He told me personal things. But I'll leave that to him to open up more and share himself with you guys. But I will brag on him about these videos that he has on YouTube. If you guys are on YouTube, you need to go to Rescue the Universe. That's his YouTube channel, Rescue the Universe. And he's got a whole bunch of stuff up there of him and Alex, who was another combat tested Marine that run into tornadoes and natural disasters together just to help people and give relief. So I think that it's dope that he used to run into natural disasters, right, and try to save people in his spare time. This is what he does as a person that's, you know, made a lot of money in life. He's like, in my spare time, I want to go and I want to help people. That's dope. That's dope. Risk his own life to go and help people. So I see that as kind of like a mirror of today, because he's like, yo, I want to help save the people of East Texas. Now it's bigger. Now it's just not, I don't want to just run into the tornado that hit over here or into the hurricane that hit over here. I want to go into the hurricane that is in Congress. I want to go into the tornado that is in Congress, and I want to fix what's wrong. I want to help people out of the chaos that's been caused by these people that's sitting inside this building. And it's freaking amazing. Amazing. Bruh, I can't tell you how proud I am of you. And if I was in East Texas, bro, I promise you'd have my vote. But I got a little platform, so I will use it to try to help, you know, get the word out about you, man, because this is good. We need to see more of this. We need more people to run for office. And before y'all ever try to say, Cash, you need to run for some type of office, understand, I can't do it because I'm not like Ryan. I'll smack somebody when I get angry, and I'm working on myself. So that would just be bad if I went and try to do something like this, because if I ever get elected, I'm going back to jail with somebody say something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like Timu Obama. I wouldn't be able to deal with the back and forth with a lot of these people. So I could never run for Congress, but I will use my platform to help good people get elected. That I will do. So let me show you this clip really quickly. All right. And then I will be done. So check this out. This is Ryan and Alex.
Right out in front of the church.
This is September 16th. 2020, Foley, Alabama. We traveled all the way to Alabama to go and help some people. It's raining like crazy out there, as you can see. Water. Let's fast forward a bit. There's a whole bunch of water. That's all I keep showing.
Here. This is the eye of Hurricane Sally. Came out here to make sure everything was fine. Boat's filled up with water. Almost got it undone, but as you can see, it's calm out here right now. All right, I'm dropping the boat off in the water now. It's flooding. Alex, can you spare? Hello, search and rescue. Who needs to get out?
This can be your next congressman right here, y'all. East Texas.
Coming.
Flash the light.
We're headed there now.
We're headed there.
We're gonna come get you next. We got a bunch of boats. We're coming to get you.
We got a bunch of boats.
How are y'all doing? I got it right here. Go ahead, Alex.
Do y'all see this?
I got an answer.
Do you take animals?
We'll take anything you need.
Yes, sir.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Let me get this. Let me get this boat. It's all right. Hey, it's okay. We got a church right up here. It's dry land we're going to go to, okay? Come on. I'll help you in the boat.
These people are sad, crying,
I got you. I got you.
cold,
Come on.
done
You
lost
can sit right
everything.
here, or you can sit right there in the middle.
I need the middle.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Let me set this over for you. You're all right.
Thank you.
Stay calm for the baby, okay? You want to go?
He can't. All the girls are going first.
Okay.
Look at
All
that.
the women and children out.
Okay. We'll be back for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Y'all see this? Please, y'all, share this thing
Hey,
out.
baby.
Get the word out about this man that's running for Congress.
Rosalind, you're telling everybody your name?
Hi,
Look at
Rosalind.
this.
Is that her name?
Thank you. Gold star. Here, it's out of my bag, Dad. Go sit next to you. Okay, she makes it easy.
Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy.
Hey, look, don't be scared, baby. Oh, okay. You got it?
Amazing.
Got you, ma'am.
You want to hold the flashlight?
All right.
Ma'am, you need to probably, yeah, sit right there.
That's amazing. So that's just a little bit. There's a ton more. Okay, this video is longer. There's a lot more. I mean, I want you guys to really see this. Go and check out that channel and go watch the videos, and then share this video out so everybody can hear this, what I'm saying, to go and check out this page and go and look at who Ryan Nichols actually is. Okay, in his spare time, a man that's done made a whole lot of money. Okay, listen to me. He ain't got to run into no tornadoes or no hurricanes or no none of that. He chose to take his money to go and rescue people. Do you hear me? This is who you have running for Congress in Texas. Somebody that wants to help people that he doesn't even know just because he knows it needs to be done. And that is called integrity. Doing the right thing when ain't nobody watching, man. Ain't nobody in where he's from in Texas know that this is what he was doing. No. Now when you Google all of us that have anything to do with January 6th, you only see bad articles. You don't see the hero. You don't see the person that signed up to serve his country as a United States Marine, that when he comes back home and is living his regular life, takes his time to go out and help people that are suffering, that need relief in natural disasters. This is who is running for Congress in East Texas. I need you guys to get this shared out all over the place. Share this thing out. Ryan Nichols for Congress. I want to see that. We got to start that as a hashtag. Ryan Nichols for Congress, because he's a good man. Not because that's my bro that I know personally. No, not that at all. But because of videos like this. Because he served his country. Because he was willing to stand up on January 6th, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, he was willing to stand up because he thought that the country was in a crisis and that people was in there was causing a crisis, and he stood up. Whether you like it or not, he's always been willing to take a stand. So now he's trying to take a stand for you in East Texas. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I hope that everybody got something from this video, and I hope that you know this brother a little bit more. A little bit more. If you were watching my live stream on the day that we all got pardoned, this is who Ryan Nichols is. The one that I was talking to you guys about on the live stream, and I jumped up and I'm like, yo, he's coming home. You know what I'm saying? Because he had hit me. He hit me up and then he was gone. That's who it is this guy. And he's running for Congress. Y'all need to give him your vote. East Texas, give him your vote. Look into him more. If you don't believe me, don't just take my word for it. Look into the man. Throw January 6th out and just look into the man. And then you tell me he wouldn't be a better congressman than the one y'all got over there in District 1. Huh? Like the video, share the video, do all the things. I appreciate you guys. I'm about to get up out of here. Unite, don't fight, be a street light, because only you can be the change you wish to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. And that's a fact. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And almost over 2 million views on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate it. Catch y'all later. All right.